From the edge of Music City, live from Liberty Hall at the historic factory at Franklin, Music City Roots is on the air. I'm Keith Bilbrey, welcoming our live audience listening in on Hippie Radio, watching on the web, or best of all, here in person. How's everybody doing out there? Can I get a witness? All right. Thanks for joining us for a very special and historic night of Nashville music. And to get that started, let's say hello to our guest host tonight. Jim Lauderdale's not here. Please welcome music journalist, professor, producer, singer, songwriter, all-around nice guy. You know him, you love him, but you wouldn't go co-signers with him. Here's Peter Cooper.
Thank you, Keith. Boy, it is so great to be here, and on a night when we're going to be doing some retelling of a significant part of Nashville's musical history. I'll send this out to some of my heroes, to Harlan Howard, who wrote this song, and the great Joe Simon, who had a hit with it, and Waylon Jennings, who had another hit with it, and Guy Clark, who didn't have a hit with it. I just like Guy Clark. I only meant to love you, didn't you know it, babe? Why couldn't you be content with the love I gave? I gave you my heart, but you wanted my mind. Your love scares me to death, girl. It's the choking kind. It's the choking kind. You can kill a man, you know, with a bottle of poison or a knife. You can hurt him more when you take his pride and you run his life. Whatever it is you're looking for, I hope you'll find. That hat don't fit my head, no. It's the choking kind. It's the choking kind. Listen here, when you fall in love again, take a tip from me. Take a tip from me. If you don't like the peaches, walk on by the tree. Find what you want, keep it, treat it sweet and kind. Oh, let it breathe. Don't make your love the choking kind. Let it breathe. Don't make your love the choking kind. The choking kind. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome to Music City Roots, live from the factory in beautiful downtown Antioch. Franklin. Franklin here. What a special night we've got going on here, commemorating the 10th anniversary of a Grammy-winning project and an extraordinary exhibition at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Night Train to Nashville, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tonight's show, boy, it's got so much content, it actually takes 3 of us to host.
3 of us.
And 3 of us to sing. You're going to sing a song later, right,
sure.
Keith? Yeah, okay, great. On stage to my left is legendary MC and radio announcer, Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you.
And over there, stage right, in the Griffin Technology chat room, is our interview guy. And tonight, I'm sure he feels like a kid in a candy store with money to burn. He's our show's journalist, Mr. Craig Havighurst.
Yeah. Hey, Peter. Hey, everybody. So good to be here. We want to say our thank yous as always because we're on the radio, thanks to our friends at Hippie Radio 94.5. Let's hear it for them.
Yes, sir.
You can look at the dune buggy, but you can't get in it. We really appreciate them. We also want to thank our food partners. The food up there for you guys is, and the food for the crew and the artist tonight was made possible by Tom Morales and his team at Sapphire Restaurant. They're also hosting our after parties. They're just down the hall to the right. So after the show, please go down there. We've had some picking. You're allowed to bring instruments, join in, have a Blackstone beer, and join us for a hang. When we're done, the night is still young, so come and join us. We also want to say thanks to Stoveworks Restaurant for fixing our crew lunch. Couldn't do it without them. They're a great restaurant here in the factory as well. Now, as Peter said, we're celebrating a 10th anniversary of a wonderful project, an exhibit, a CD, and then a number of programs and concerts and special events that flowed out of it, celebrating just an absolute huge chapter in the story of Music City. And it was put on by the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, and they're a landmark in our culture here in Music City. We appreciate them. We want to welcome Kyle Young, director, the board, and the staff of the Country Music Hall of Fame tonight. They have a lot of folks here, and they are our co-producers here tonight. Without them, this could not have happened. They really helped us line up the artists and the story. When they put on Night Train in 2004, they tapped into the community's memory. They preserved stories. They identified unsung heroes of a remarkable and important music scene. It's a scene that had been overshadowed in the public mind by the huge impact of country music out of Nashville. So in a very real way, the folks who developed Night Train were correcting or maybe balancing the historic record. And then there were the records. You were hearing them as you came in tonight. It was music that had its own venue circuit, its own radio, its own record labels, and it gave Nashville radio station WLAC a path to finding its place in musical history with overnight DJ sets that seeded the clouds for rock and soul for the next several decades. We hear the impact of WLAC on our stage about as often as we hear the impact of any other radio station that ever was. So it's a great story. We're very excited to lend our stage and our broadcast to revive and refine that story here 10 years after that once-in-a-lifetime exhibit opened in the then very new Hall of Fame building downtown. It was a very brave and beautiful move, and one that the city and music fans everywhere are still grateful for. So let's get on with it, a very full and very famous Blackstone Brewery lineup. We're going to be hearing later on from the Jimmy Church Band with special guests, about a half a dozen great singers joining Jimmy Church. I'll have Jimmy in the interview room as well. We're going to hear from somebody that blew our minds when he first played Music City Roots a couple years ago, Charles Wigg Walker and the Charles Walker Band. Love them. A group that needs absolutely no introduction, one of the most famous groups ever to come out of Music City, the Fairfield Four. We never thought it would happen. And in many ways, they're counterparts of the modern day. We love them. The McCrary Sisters are here for a full set. And now it's time to get started. Peter, tell us about our first act.
I am going to tell you, everybody, about our first act. Craig, I also would be remiss, though, if I didn't talk. Our room is, of course, everyone here is important, right? And we're chock full of stars and wonderful people. I got to mention a couple of them here tonight. We have a couple of members of Elvis Presley's Blue Moon Boys here tonight. Drummer DJ Fontana. Wow. And a man who changed each and every one of our lives on July 5th of 1954, 60 years ago this month, when he recorded, he was the rock and roll guitar on a song called That's All Right Mama. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Moore is here tonight. Oh, wonderful. They're standing. How about that? Our world would not be the same without them. All right, enough about those guys. Okay, on with the show. The history of our first act tonight dates back to the mid-1960s. They worked with legendary WLAC DJ John R. Can I get a hand for John R.? And star songwriter-producer Matt Gaden. How about it for Matt Gaden? He's right here with us tonight as well. They had taken a couple of decades off, just chilling out before the Night Train to Nashville exhibit went up at the Country Music Hall of Fame, and encouraged them to reunite and to play again, and we are so glad that they did. Please welcome the Valentines.
As long as you live, someone who loves you tender like I do. You'll never find, no matter where you search, someone who cares about you, baby, the way I do. Oh, I'm not trying to make you say, but I'm the one who loves you, and there's no one else. No one else. You'll never find, take the end of all time, someone who understands you, baby, the way I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we shared, baby, just us two. Oh, I'm not trying to make you stay, baby, but I know somehow, someway, someday you're gonna miss my loving. Girl, you're gonna miss my love. You're gonna miss my love. Oh, 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 oh. Late in the midnight hour, baby, when it's cold outside, you're gonna miss my love. Baby, you're gonna miss my love. Girl, you're gonna miss my love. You're gonna miss my love. Late in the midnight hour, baby, when it's cold outside, you're gonna miss my loving. Girl, you're gonna miss. Said you're gonna miss my love. Baby, you're gonna miss my love. You're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my love. Thank you. I couldn't do this song tonight. A couple of guys that I sung with in the 60s. We had a group called Frank Howard and the Commanders. Charlie, Herschel, can y'all stand up? These are our original members, Charlie and Herschel. We had a really nice record out in the 60s. I certainly enjoy singing with this. I've been with these guys 6 years, and I certainly enjoy it, but we have so much history. These guys were just great. We cut for Mr. Horace Allen on WLAC radio. This is one of the songs that we recorded. Just like you, I once stood there, oh, so proud, my head in the air, said the words I do, thought to be true. but it didn't work out that way. Just like she standing there with her love for him to share. She once stood at my side, offered love till she died, but it didn't work out that way. Was him today, just like me. Oh, too late I see just how much her love meant to me. Oh, what I wouldn't give a whole lot to relieve, but it didn't work out that way. Oh, what I wouldn't give a whole lot to relieve, but it won't work out that way. No, 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 it won't. No, no, it won't work out. Hey, y'all, give my guys a round of applause. Herschel and Charlie, give them a round of applause.
This next tune was written by Mac and produced by Mac Gayton. We'd like to do it for you.
Charles messed up.
I messed up.
We're gonna do You Make Me Feel Brand New. Can we do that for you? Can we do that for you? Okay.
Shoot me. Police out there?
Whenever I was insecure, you built me up and made me sure. You gave my pride back to me. Precious friend, with you I'll always have a friend. You're someone who I can depend to walk the path that sometimes been. Without you, life has no meaning or rhyme, like notes to a song at a time. How can I repay you for having faith in me? God bless you. You make me feel brand new. For God bless me with you. You make me feel brand new. I sing this song for you. You make me feel brand new. For God bless me with you. You make me feel brand new. I sing this song for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,
Mr. Charles Myers, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Myers.
I'm not wrong this time. Ooh, mercy. Boy, it's hot up here. But this next song was written and produced by Matt Gayton, which he has produced a new CD on us, and he's in the final stages of it. So give Matt Gayton a big hand for us. And give the band White Chocolate a big hand.
And we did not name them. They named themselves. So don't put that on us. Quickly, let me introduce you. Mr. Joe Roberts on bass. The guy that thinks he's our boss, but he's not, don't tell him. Steve Stratton on the lead guitar. Russell Saunders on drums. The maestro, Dennis Goodwin, on keyboards. Got to get yourself together. Show me the way. I'm losing my mind. Got to get yourself together. want the direction, just give me a sign. But my struggle feet all through your street and through these eyes, all I can see is the love you created, the world you vacated for me. Baby, 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 got to get yourself together. You can shake it, it's tearing you apart. Got to get yourself together. Hey, baby, now go and gather up the pieces of my heart. But my struggle and through these eyes, all I can see is the love you created, the world you vacated for me. Baby, 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 got to get yourself together. You can shake it, it's tearing you apart. Got to get yourself together. Go and gather up the pieces of my heart. Got to get yourself together. I know you can. You can shake it, it's tearing you apart. Got to get yourself together. Here we go. Go and gather up, go and gather up, go and gather up, go and gather up the pieces of my heart.
I ain't gonna tell you how old we were when that song was recorded, but I was still wearing pants. I know you believe it.
But they were the big kind. I love getting back in here. Steve's cousin. Look for a talk, y'all. She used to be everything to me when she was my girl, yeah. When she was my girl. I held her near, told her how much I really cared. She was my girl, yeah. She was my girl, my girl. She was my girl. I had laughter and loving in my world every day. She was my girl, but the joy she would bring. Now I lost everything. She's gone, 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 gone. I held her near, told her how much I really cared. She was my girl, yeah. My girl. She was my girl, my girl. She was my girl. I had laughter and loving in my world, oh, every day. She was my girl, what a joy she would bring. Now I lost everything. She's gone. Big black girl is gone. She used to be everything to me. She was my girl, yeah. She's so fascinating, she said, and this girl belongs to me. She's my girl. When we walk down the street, tell everyone we meet, this is my girl. She was my girl, yeah. My girl. Y'all give White Chocolate another round of applause for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. God bless you.
How about that, sports fans? That's the Valentines. That's Frank Howard. That's Matt Gaden. Incredible band, incredible time. I've been working with them for months on their showmanship, trying to tell you just can't stand there and sing, people. They finally started to listen. Folks, on your way in, you may have noticed the brand new Roots radio studio just outside the front doors. They got a genuine radio studio.
Yeah.
And they are playing music there 24/7. And you can download, by using the interweb, you can download the free Roots Radio app. And you can hear live cuts from Music City Roots 24/7. I mean, that performance may wind up on Roots Radio.
It will.
That's worth a few, some app downloading. Stop in after the show, and if you show that you have the app, if you stop in over there, show that you have the app, you receive a free Music City Roots bumper sticker. Hey, raise your hand if you've got a car with a bumper. All right.
I used to have it.
You can use this.
Long gone.
You can use this. Hey, speaking of radio, here's a Radio Hall of Famer, a DJ Hall of Famer, Keith Bilbrey.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, how about it, Peter, if you never had to pay for gas again? Wouldn't that be nice?
The last time I tried that, I got in trouble.
Did you?
I just sort of, there was
the old siphon thing?
There was a little police pursuit involved, yeah.
Mouthful of gas and a policeman.
So if I was allowed by the police not to pay for gas, I would totally love that.
Well, you can do it legally. See that Nissan Leaf sitting over there?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, the no-gas Nissan Leaf.
No gas.
So far, 55,000 Happy Leaf drivers in the U.S. alone.
Whoa.
Isn't that nice? Every new Nissan Leaf in the United States comes from right here in Tennessee. The vehicle and battery plant are located in Smyrna. It's roomy, seating for 5, so the whole family can come along. Folks in our live audience can admire one right over there in our sponsor village. Buy a new Nissan Leaf here in Nashville. You get free access to public charging stations for 2 years. Headquartered here in Franklin, a vital part of our community. We're so thankful for all that Nissan does to support the arts here in Music City, and especially Music City Roots. Visit your local Nashville dealer today and test drive the new 100% electric, no-gas Nissan Leaf. Nissan, Nashville proud. By the way, the folks in the audience are reading programs on office equipment provided by Digitech. If you need copiers, printers, or serious office machinery, you can find them at digitechllc.com. Now we're going to head over to the Griffin Technology chat room. They're all about communication, and so is our friend Craig Haverhurst and some special guests.
Thanks, Keith. Yes, folks, we are celebrating Night Train to Nashville, an exhibit that a lot of people contributed to, no more than my guests up here. Please welcome the director of the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, Kyle Young. And buddy, I don't even know your title, but he's a historian, he's a writer, and he was the instigator of the Night Train to Nashville project, Mr. Michael Gray. Chief instigator. So Michael, I asked you to boil your pitch to Mr. Young and the board and the powers that be back there 12 odd years ago to do this exhibit, down to their elevator version. What did you tell them?
Well, Nashville, of course, is so well known for country music, and deservedly so. But, you know, it did so at the expense of a lot of interesting things that were happening in this town. And, of course, the R&B scene being one of them. You know, when Nashville was becoming Music City after World War II in the 40s and 50s and 60s, R&B played a very, very important role in Nashville becoming Music City with the musicians, the DJs, the club owners, and everybody. And, you know, at the museum, we didn't want to tell a one-dimensional story of Nashville. You know, we wanted to show the full story. And being the Country Music Hall of Fame, we wanted to show the connections between R&B and country music. There are a lot of great connections that we tried to make in the exhibit and that we're also making here tonight.
And Kyle, you and decision makers had to say yes to this. It was maybe the first big exhibit in the new museum, which was a fairly daring thing to do. Why'd you say yes?
Well, in fact, we did say yes. You know, for a couple of reasons. One is we thought people might look at us differently if we did this, and I would say correctly. Look at us in the right way. We're downtown. We've left Music Row. You know, we really want to engage the community. And I read Michael saying, gosh, it was a hard decision. We probably made you think it was, but it wasn't, because the other thing was, we're a great museum. We thought the story might disappear. You know, the history might leave us. And we felt we were the people to step up and make sure that didn't happen.
So that leads to a little bit of story about how you started to beat the ground. When I first met you, you were already down this rabbit hole. You had met Ted Jarrett, the late great songwriter and producer, and you'd already started to build a base of knowledge. But what were the challenges, and what really had to happen when you realized this was going to go from a great big sprawling thing in your head and a lot of transcripts of interviews to something that had to be on the walls?
Well, thanks. Yeah. Well, Dan Cooper was my co-curator and the co-producer of the CD, and Dan Cooper and I had been just kind of chasing this history, sort of individually on our own in the years before I worked at the museum. And then when, just kind of by serendipity, we both ended up working at the Hall of Fame at the same time and put our heads together and started pitching the idea. And so we did know some of the artists for sure. You know, as you mentioned, the great late songwriter Ted Jarrett. We knew him. We knew a lot of the artists, but we didn't know them all. And a lot of the artists had not been to the new Hall of Fame. The new Hall of Fame downtown had just opened. Yeah. And so we took the effort to like bring everybody, show them the museum, show them the way we do things, and then just basically said, please trust us with your story. We want to tell your story, and started asking for artifacts and doing our research.
And he says serendipity. Wrong. I mean, we went hard after Michael, we went hard after Dan, and we had the experts, right? Yeah. We had the people who could tell this story correctly. Another reason it wasn't a tough decision. So,
what about amplifying it beyond merely a static exhibit and the CD? There were a lot of programs. You talked about your validation coming from some of things like the Valentines getting back together, artists getting recognized by other entities because you'd flown the flag.
Yeah, you know, with the exhibit, just it resonated in so many neat ways, from little things to major things. Of course, I think the Grammy gave the artist the music validation, but all kinds of things happened. I remember Bobby Hebb, you know, we lost Bobby Hebb a few years ago, but Bobby used to perform on the Grand Ole Opry with Roy Acuff in the 50s, and Bobby's family is here tonight, thank goodness. But then Bobby had not been on the Opry for a long time, but as a result of the exhibit, he was able to go play the Grand Ole Opry, and he was the only artist that whole night to get a standing ovation, you know. And so that's just one example. There were literally, I could give you 50 others, you know, of things like that.
Can you give us a little more background on the guys we just saw? Mr. Howard and the Valentines.
Valentines, yeah. The Valentines, man, they made that song, Gotta Get Yourself Together, that they did. They recorded that for the Soundstage 7 label, which was John R.'s label, John Richburg. And Matt Gaden wrote and produced that song. And I remember Dan Cooper, my partner at the museum, played that song for me. And I remember the first time I heard it, I just played it over and over and over. And the Valentines had not been performing when we did the exhibit. They had been broken up for decades. And I asked them if they would think about getting together and performing at some of our programs. And they said, yes, but let us rehearse and get our act down. And we want to be ready when we get in front of an audience. And they spent several months or maybe even a year and really got their act down and rehearsed hard and said, okay, we're ready. So, yeah.
And I really want you, while you're up here, to say a word about WLAC. Nashville's been a radio city that I think people, they know abroad, they know the Grand Ole Opry. They might know that came on WSM. But if you burrow into what went on at that station and at WLAC in this critical era, just address that for a second.
Yeah, well, WLAC, beginning in the 40s and through the 50s and 60s was a 50,000 watt station reaching half the United States, Canada, Jamaica, and it was broadcasting R&B. And if you go back and read the autobiographies of Little Richard, B.B. King, Chuck Berry, James Brown, they'll all tell you that it was WLAC that broke their records. And I got to tell you, we do have Don Whitehead, one of the original announcers, is here tonight all the way from Atlanta. Don Whitehead is here.
So good to have you, Don.
And then we've got the daughter of Hoss Allen, B.B. Evans, the daughter of Gene Nobles and Nikki Nobles. They're all here tonight, making it much more special.
This is an incredible story, everybody. Just keep digging and finding out. The exhibit is down, but the CD is still available. The 2 volumes for sale over there. Congratulations on winning a Grammy Award on that amazing package. And y'all keep doing what you're doing. Folks, Kyle Young, Michael Gray, thanks for being here. Thanks for helping us
thank you, Craig.
with this night. We appreciate you so much. Over stage left, we're going to sing about some chili.
That's
Allie
right.
Sutton, howdy.
Good to see all of you guys. I've got Eric Brace with me tonight, and we're going to bring to you a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili.
Here we go, Allie.
When I get off of work, I grab me a can, I flip off the tab and let the fun begin. It'll be even more fun if you invite your friends.
That's right.
Vietti Chili.
It's good for your heart, it's good for your soul. It's good in a can and better in a bowl. It tastes so good, I'm about to lose control. Vietti Chili. So get a little chili on your shirt and hands. Girls love guys with Vietti cans. It's waiting for you right now at the grocery store. Take it, Eric.
Better than your mama's recipe. You better give her a taste and she'll surely agree. Supper time won't be the same anymore. Vietti Chili.
All right. Thank you, guys. And now let's get back to the show with, of course, Mr. Peter Cooper.
Thank you. Thank you. Eric, you and I have been all over the world singing duets, and we've
Not
never
like
done
this.
one like that. And we've never gotten that kind of reception either, positively. We know these next folks quite well, and we're so glad that we do. They grew up in the most musical home imaginable. Each took their own music in various directions. The artists here have worked with Johnny Cash, with Bob Dylan. They've had Bob Dylan at that home in Nashville. And more contemporary friends they've worked with, like Mike Ferris and our great pal Buddy Miller. In recent years, I said Buddy Miller. Hey. In recent years, they've banded together. They have recorded beautiful records. They have toured to great acclaim. We love them to death, and they're the huggingest sisters around. Folks, put your hands together for the McCrary Sisters.
Put your hands together like this. He reigns forevermore. We come to bless the Lord. Come on, yeah, come on. We shall rejoice and sing, yeah. Let us exalt his name for all the wonderful things. We shall rejoice and sing. Come on, come on. We come to praise him. We come to give him glory. We come to lift him up. We come to we have our brother with us, Alisson McCrary.
Been around a while, I know wrong from right. I learned a long time ago, things ain't always black on white. Just like you can't judge a book by its cover, we all have to be careful how we treat one another. Oh, skin deep, skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. Skin deep, oh yeah, skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. We're all the same. Oh yeah,
A man from Louisiana, he never called me by my name. He said, boy, do this and boy, do that, but I never once complained. I knew we had a good heart, but he just didn't understand that I needed to be treated
just like any other man. Skin deep, skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. Yeah. Skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. We're all the same. I sit my son down when he was old enough to know. I said, out there in this big old world, you're gonna meet all kinds of folks.
I said, son, it all comes down to just one simple rule, that you treat everybody just the way you want them to treat you. Skin deep, skin deep, skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. Skin deep, skin deep, underneath, you are, I
Uh-oh. She's taking her shoes off, y'all.
All right, let's do it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, I dare you to stand up on your feet and clap your hands. 'Cause if there's anything you're dealing with, we gonna let it go. How can I get rid of it if I don't let it go? I know I can't fix it all by myself. I ask the Lord to help me over and over again. And before I know it, I take it right get ready to get on a train, y'all. You want to ride? Okay, let's do it. Danny Flowers gonna help us ride this train. Don't you know that train is coming? Got to get there before it leaves. It's the last one at the station. Get your ticket, Lord help me please. You know this train is full of people who know how to love. They sure do know how to love. There is no difference between the people. We belong to the one. Try to make it to the station. Seems like everything gets in my way. But God promised if I made it, child, there'll be a brighter day. The train is full of people who know how to love. They sure do know how to love. There is no difference between the people. We belong to the one. You know the train is full of all who know how to love. They know how to love. There is no difference between the people. You belong to the one. Well, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for the promised land. Train is bound for glory. Come on, ride, ride, Don't you know that train is coming? Got to get there before it leaves. It's the last one at the station. Get your ticket, come go with me. You know this train is full of people. Yeah, you know how to love. Hey, 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 hey. There is no difference between hey, you belong to the one. The one. You know this train is full of people who know love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, difference between hey, hey, hey. Okay. That's DeMarco on keyboard. Quentin, Mitch, Derek, Anton, and Bob. They're the most awesome band around. And a blessing.
McCrary Sisters. McCrary Sisters. And the McCrary Sister experience. Man. I have wondered for so long what it is that I want to be in my life, what it is that I want to do. And now I know I want to be a McCrary Sister. So, Keith.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times I'm on the road traveling and playing my own superfine music to my dozens of fans.
Sold out arenas all over the world.
All over some of the world. So, but I watch the show from the road, and I've been watching the last few Roots shows from the road, and I often see you and Jim Lauderdale joking around about Kirkland's.
Yes, I enjoy doing that.
He's always trying some sort of ruse, and going, well, Keith, you see, it's not for me, but this contest that we're trying to be eligible for, I'm not trying to be eligible for it, but somebody... My cousin could be eligible to win something
Tim
from
Lauderdale,
Kirkland's.
yes,
You know?
we've heard that one.
Tim Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know that's just a fun way to get the word out about the great home decor items at Kirkland's, but like here's another. Seriously, there's another. My wife keeps texting. Texting me about Kirkland's. Now, wives of guest hosts. I'm clearly delineated as a guest host here. I'm not a host. Jim is the host.
Yeah, you don't really work for Music City Roots.
Right. And wives of guest hosts are certainly eligible to enter Kirkland's Dream Room giveaway, right?
Well, we'll check it out.
Okay.
Just don't tell Jim, okay?
Oh, I would never tell Jim anything.
Oh, please. And I know the rest of you can enter. I can tell you that right now. The Kirkland's $1,000 Dream Room giveaway at kirklands.com/roots. Get those entries in today. And congratulations to French's Boots opening their 14th Tennessee store this weekend in beautiful Sevierville, Tennessee. If you're in the house tonight, you can see a display of their beautiful bootwear up in Sponsor Village. Take a look at some of those boots. Peter and I just go up there and drool over those boots, man. Why do the women get all the pretty boots? Have you noticed that?
I don't know. Well,
sharper toe, bigger heel.
You know, they get them less after I drool over them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, find French's here in Franklin, just a few blocks from the square in downtown Nashville. One of the best-looking boot stores I've ever seen in my life. They're next to the Wild Horse Saloon and all across Tennessee with the best prices anywhere. And visit them on the web at musiccityboots.com. Before I toss it over to Craig, there's somebody backstage I want to bring out, and I am so thrilled to see this man tonight. It's been a lot of years. And he was for, I think about 12 years, was the newsman for John R. Do you remember that? Don Whitehead, are you back there? Come on, Don. You got a lot of friends out here, and I just wanted to come out and take a look at you. Don was the first person to ever introduce me to John R.
Wow.
I just showed up at the studio one night, and he looked around and smiled, and I figured, okay, here comes the security guard. But he was kind enough. He said, you want to meet John R., don't you? I said, do I ever, Don? Man. And he took me back and was so kind to me. Don Whitehead, ladies and gentlemen.
Whitehead.
Boy, he brought us a lot of news for a lot of years. What was it like working with the great John R.?
Oh, it was great.
You just never knew what was going to happen.
He taught me everything I know.
Now, this November, you're going to be honored at TSU, I understand.
Yes, they're going to hang my picture up in the Fine Arts Building.
Well, they should. Absolutely. Well, let's see if you still got it in you. I want you to introduce Craig Haverhurst.
Is it my turn, y'all? Oh, all right.
Craig
Guys, let's have a little conversation.
Yeah, Craig Haverhurst.
Are we good?
Craig, you're about to get the honor of your life right here. If you'll just chill out and hold on for 1 second.
Oh, he's going to.
You want to do it?
Okay, Craig Evers, this is Don Whitehead, WLAC Radio, Nashville, Tennessee. Craig Evers.
That sounds good. Thanks for being here, Don. Folks, earlier tonight, you all have already met one of my, they know each other so well. You've already met one of my guests. Please give it up for Mr. Frank Howard here. And later on, we've got a big old band in the final set with a lot of guest vocalists, and it's going to be led. These guys are old friends. It's so cool. Well, I'm going to introduce him anyway. He'll get the applause. He'll know what's going on. That band at the end of our night is going to be led by a great band leader from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Jimmy Church. It has been so fun to see you guys get to know each other. So first thing I got to do is, this is the Night Train to Nashville. First CD, the Music City Rhythm and Blues, 1945, 1970. That fella right there on the cover is Frank Howard right here.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but...
And the other two guys are sitting.
That's who you introduced
right here.
earlier,
Yeah,
and that's so cool.
Yeah.
Michael said that you had more photos and souvenirs and posters and things that make museum people excited than most others he talked to. What you collected this? It seemed like it was important at the time to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to keep. I just wanted to keep the history of what we were doing, and because this man sitting beside me started us. He saw us at head school, and took us on the road with him. Nothing would have been possible without Jimmy Church. So when we started traveling with him, I wanted to keep all the memorabilia and the pictures and stuff. So I kept a lot of stuff during that time.
Question for you before we go to him. If we had been on Jefferson Street in the mid-'60s, in the evening as the club started to get going, give us a little picture of what it would have been like. Are we talking about a lot of places in one stretch? Were they dotted? Were they on Jefferson Street actually? Or are we talking about more of a neighborhood?
It was dotted because you had, on the 14th in Jefferson, you had the Stillaway. On down the Jefferson, you had the Barron. Almost across from the Barron, you had the Del Maraca. That's where Hendrix played. We played with Hendrix there several times, and so, I mean, but it was a mainstream because there were other businesses. The theater and all that stuff was on Jefferson Street.
I'll ask this: was it a mixed crowd who came out? Was it all black audiences, or was there a place where the community began to mingle?
Well, after I think in about the middle '60s, it was segregated until the middle '60s. In the middle '60s. The crowd started mixing a little bit more because they heard about our music. And so, everybody wanted to hear the music because it was great music. In this town, there were several great bands. Jimmy had one of the best bands, Johnny Jones and King Casuals, that played with him. And we actually he had the best show around here. He didn't even need us, so he did,
Well, then let's let him brag on himself then. Talk about Mr. Church, what your first band as an organized band was, how you feel like you got started when you really hit your stride.
Well, I got started, I was singing with Johnny Jones, and Johnny Jones had a band that featured Billy Cox. And so when Billy Cox left, Johnny Jones and I were singing. And then we did a tour with Jackie Wilson and all those other people. And so the guy that managed me managed Johnny Jones, and he split us up. So when he split us up, I went with Billy Cox. Billy Cox had a band, and I went with him, and Frank went with Johnny. So when Jimi Hendrix, it was Jimi Hendrix, Billy Cox, Hal Nesbitt, and Larry Lee, who played guitar later on for Al Green. So that was the band. That was the band, played on, in the chitlin circuit around and everything. So when Jimi Hendrix made his leave, he went. Then when he called Billy Cox, then I just took the band over because I was already in the band. So Cox taught me how to play bass. So I just took the bass and kept the band. So that's how I still got my band.
Okay.
Because of Billy Cox.
You're a native of the area, right? Most everybody who's playing tonight is a native of Nashville or nearby.
Right.
Was it a city that felt like a great place as a hub, a place you could play here and then travel from? Was it a great city to do this business? Did you ever think, if only I got to Atlanta, Dallas, someplace else? Or?
Well, it really was okay. It was okay. What hurt Nashville, and it was country music, and you try to get black music in a country music town, that's hard, man. So those that don't know, that's the reason why you got a soul train. Night Train had to end, segregation, and it couldn't go too far because it was still segregated.
Right.
So the idea left and went to L.A., and Soul Train, same train, everything. So it got started out there. So
and
we
you were
had to
on
let it go.
And what about your TV shows that you were involved with here in town? That was pretty hot. They had some. You were on the. I mean, Night Train had its own show.
Yeah, the Night Train. That's what Night Train started it all. But during that time in segregation, this was really a country town. There's country music. So we were bucking country music. So all the soul music was in Memphis. So they just want to let Nashville, be, the music city. They had to go somewhere else. So that's why I went to L.A.
You went to L.A.? Mm-hmm.
I went there for a while, but I came back. They always come back home.
Yeah, it's home to everybody. Well, you guys, thanks so much. Two very different acts tonight, but it's just a treat to have all of y'all here. Frank Howard and Jimmy Church. Yes, sir. Over the other side of the stage.
Okay. Well, I want to remind you, you're listening to Music City Roots live from the historic factory at Franklin at Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY. Yes, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5 on your FM dial. We got some hippies sitting out there. I see Brother Rob. Yes, sir. And we're for hippies of all ages. Happy birthday to Station General Manager Hippie Barb. Where's Barb gone? Oh, there she is. Happy birthday, Hippie Barb. See, she's shying away because she knew I was going to point her out, but we caught her anyway. That happens at midnight tonight. It hadn't happened just yet. By the way, the new hippie tie-dye T-shirts are hot off the presses and available at our merch store tonight in limited supply, so get one tonight. And we want to say hi to our group from Ohio. Where are you? Got a whole group of folks from Ohio. Oh, they're back on the bus. You know how those Ohio people are. Anyway, Dolores is here, and she's celebrating her 92nd birthday tonight. How about that? Little rock and roll for your soul. I gotta get this out, Peter. I'm sorry. Way down here to Heart of Dixie, John R. now, and that's that Peter Cooper right there.
All right. Hey, thank you there. Thank you there. Folks, no group that you will see here tonight has a deeper history than these gentlemen that I'm about to bring on this stage. They embody Southern gospel music. They have done so on more record labels and radio stations and stages than you could count. They have won a National Heritage Award from the NEA. Yay for big government, right? Yeah. They are members of the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. They have been house rocking for decades. I worry about the structure of this building, fine and dandy though it may look right now. After they get through with it, I'm not sure. We are honored to have them here tonight, and if there's anybody going to destroy this building, it might as well be the Fairfield Four.
Thank you so much. I'll say again, thank you so much. And welcome on behalf of the Fairfield Four and the factory. How many of y'all like to give high praise this evening? On the count of three, I'm gonna shout. I want everybody to shout hallelujah. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. We're going to do one and say hallelujah for you.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I've been going ever since I made a start. Days are brighter. Hallelujah. Make my burden lighter. Love just bubbles over in my heart,
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I've been going ever since I made a start.
days are brighter. Hallelujah. Make my burden lighter. Love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
Well, I've never been to heaven, but I've been told
Jesus' love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
Tell the streets of there are paved with gold. Hey,
love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I've been going ever since I made a start, Days are brighter. Hallelujah. Make my burden lighter. Love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
Let me say it again. I've never been to heaven, but I've been told
Jesus' love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
The table of streets of there are paved with gold. Hey,
love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I've been going ever since I made a start, Days are brighter. Hallelujah. Make my burden lighter. Love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I've been going ever since I made a start, Days are brighter. Hallelujah. Make my burden lighter. Love just bubbles over in my heart, in my heart. Oh, Jesus, love just bubbles over in my heart. Thank you. One more time, shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. We give him the highest praise. But God is good, amen. Oh, it's okay to have church out here this evening. Is he good?
Yeah.
Can I get one witness? Throw your hands up and say, he's good. Tell your neighbor, he's good. Look at the other one and say, he's good. Amen. Way back, the book of John, first chapter, first verse said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Also, Abraham was with the Word too. Also, Isaac, Jacob, Moses. But we're going to start with Abraham. And we're going to do a little song that simplifies how his faith brought him the promise. Amen. I'm glad to be here. Once again, we are the Fairfield Four from Nashville, Tennessee, and I am glad to be here. I'm glad to see so many supporters out tonight. Music City Roots. Give them a hand clap. Music City Roots. Why don't you rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham? You rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. You rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. You rock my soul. Why don't you rock my soul? Why don't you rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham? You rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. You rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. You rock my soul. Why don't you rock my soul? Well, the rich man lives. Why don't you praise King Jesus? And he lives so well. Why don't you praise the Lord? And when he died, why don't you praise King Jesus? Had a home in hell. Why don't you praise the Lord? He said, see yonder sun, see how steady she run. Don't you never let her catch you with your work undone. Well, a rich man lives and he lives so well. And when he died, he had a home in hell. Well, Lord, rock my soul. Why don't don't you rock my soul? Why don't you rock my soul? In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. Why don't you rock my soul? Well, the poor man Lazarus, why don't you praise King Jesus? Just as poor as I. Why don't you praise the Lord? And when he died, why don't you praise King Jesus? Had a home on high. Why don't you praise the Lord? He said, see under the sun, see how steady she runs. Don't you never let him catch you with your work undone. Well, the poor man Lazarus, as poor as I, and when he died, he had a home on high. Well, Lord, rock my soul. Why don't you rock my soul? Why don't you rock my soul? In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, you rock my soul. Why don't you rock my soul? Thank you.
Is that all right? Are we doing all right? Huh? Thank you. Oh, you look so beautiful out there tonight. Huh? God is sure good, isn't it? Huh? He's so awesome. Let me take this time to introduce these guys to you. Is that all right? Huh? All right. On my left, young man singing tenor, lead, and whatever. His name is Bobby Sherrick. Give him a hand. Thank you. On my left again, another young man singing real good, sang a lot of parts. His name is Laurice Bird. Give him a hand. Now, this young man on the end, we call him the lowdown man. Now wait, don't get that twisted. No, not meaning that he's a lowdown person. He sings the lowest voice in the group. We all love him. His name is Joseph Thompson. Thompson.
Now the man on the end that was introducing everybody, he's a versatile person too. You know, he jumps in the background sometimes. He's really a lead singer, but he likes to jump in that background too. And he learned how to sing baritone too. Would y'all believe that? How does he sing? Yeah, that's Mr. Lavert Alisson.
Now, we all looking for that day that Jesus is coming back for us, right? I'm waiting and I'm watching for that day. I just want him to come down and just pick me up and just carry me on to heaven. I don't care what he's on or in. Just pick me up and just carry me on. And this brings about this next song, Swing Low. Sweet chariot. I would love for him to swing down and take me up in that chariot. Give me a hand, I'll sing that for you if you don't mind. Can I take my time? Is it all right?
That's all right.
All right. Swing low, sweet
coming for to carry me home.
swing
Coming for to carry me home.
I look over Jordan, and what did I see, Lord?
Coming for to carry me home.
A band of angels coming after me, Lord.
Coming for to carry me home. Why don't you swing? Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Looked over Jordan, tell me what did I see? Band of angels coming after me. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Four white horses standing side by side. Fairfield Four is gonna take a ride. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, come and easy. I've got a home on the other side.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, as I walk through this thing called life, I'm finding myself trying to get nearer to the Master. Find myself trying to dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love. Nearer to thee, I long to be, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. I want to shine with love sublime, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, I wanna talk a little more like my Jesus. I wanna walk a little more like a Christian should. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Oh, I wanna talk a little more like my Jesus would. I wanna walk a little more like a Christian should. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. I want to do what's always true, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Each passing hour, I want more power, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, I wanna talk a little more like my Jesus would. I wanna walk a little more like a Christian should. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, I wanna talk like my Jesus would. I wanna walk more like a Christian should. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, I wanna talk, I wanna walk, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in God's love. I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Whoa, I wanna talk, I wanna walk, I wanna dig a little deeper in the storehouse of his love, eternal love. Woo-hoo. Thank you.
The legendary, the indomitable, the incredible Fairfield Four.
Wow.
Whoa. Whoa. Man.
Unbelievable.
You folks have been standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. This is good. This is a cardiovascular kind of evening. This Night Train to Nashville celebration.
Kind of like church, isn't it?
It is. It is.
We're going to take up an offering here in a minute. Huh?
Yeah. Well, we might as well. Hey, by the way, I want to get back to something you and I were discussing earlier. My wife just texted again, and she already went to kirklands.com/roots.
She did?
Yeah, she did, and she entered the Dream Room giveaway, and she says it did not say anything at all about the wives of guest hosts not being available for such a prize.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to let you, I'd be above board about it, you know, but hey, there ain't no rule against it, okay? It was like playing, you know, steroids before they figured out that was something that you shouldn't be able to do. There's no rules against it when Jose Canseco was popping those home runs out. So I found a loophole is what I'm saying with this Kirklands.com thing.
Well, I hope that works out for you, Peter.
I mean, she found a loophole.
Oh, she found a loophole. Well, thanks for letting me know, and we'll let the Kirkland folks know about that, and we'll see how that works out for you. Now, the rest of you can enter for Kirkland's $1,000 Dream Room giveaway at kirklands.com/roots. Don't forget that. kirklands.com/roots. Now, back over to the chat room, and there is Craig Haverhurst with some very special guests.
Indeed, indeed, and they came up faster than I thought. We were having a good old time over here. Folks, from the Fairfield Four, this is Lavert Allison. Please welcome him.
Thank you.
And you know our old friend Ann McCrary. Please say hello to Ann. So good to see you. Thanks for a fantastic performance. We had two very different approaches to gospel music. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
The connection here, family and musically, your dad, Sam McCrary,
Yes.
longtime member of the Fairfield Four.
Yes.
And so that would lead you to know what the Fairfield Four represented from a long way back and into the modern times.
Yes, yes.
Speak to that just for a second.
Well, I remember I used to travel with them when I was a little girl. I told him I wanted to shang. So he took me everywhere with him. So I traveled with them, and I've seen so many transitions, you know, within the group. I've seen people leave and other people come. And my father, Sam McCrary, would go to different places, different states to find men to join the Fairfield Four. He found Freeman and the bass player, you remember Freeman, and he found so many other people, and they moved to Nashville to become members of the Fairfield Four.
Oh, that's something to think of. Well, I was going to ask you about joining the group and what it takes, what kind of honor and burden this is, you know?
I don't know about that, all that honor and stuff.
Okay.
It takes, what would it take for somebody to do this?
Yeah, how did you find your way to the group? I know your brother had been a part of it long ago.
Well,
I believe.
Way back in the 40s, Sam McCrary and my uncle used to go rabbit hunting together. And I was a little boy then, and I always did love gospel singing, preaching and gospel singing. So when they would bring various groups to the auditorium, I was a little boy sitting on the front row wishing I could sing like that. And I just kept following that. And Sam was one of my mentors. Yeah.
How is it that this group has continued the a cappella tradition? That, you know, no temptation to bring in drums in a band. It goes way back. But tell us about that tradition and why it's so kind of sacred for you to keep it that way.
Well, let me say it like this. I got the call about 6 years ago to come to that group, but I was singing with another group at the time, so I didn't go then. But I always wanted to do that, and I didn't know it would be the Fairfield Four. I thought I would do that on my own. But when I got the call, I answered the call, and this is what I love doing, and it looks easy, but it's not.
Oh, no. You've sung gospel music all your life in this area, right?
All my life.
Right.
And, I did a little of the other too.
And when you all adopted y'all's style, what said that it was time to add the rhythm section, to take it funky? Did anybody say, that's not the way to roll it with it? But talk about why you do what you do, the way you do.
Well, our father never did stop us from listening to other styles of music. And I loved jazz when I was a young girl. And my other sisters, you know, they loved other kinds of music. And because he never stopped us from listening to other kind of music, when we started singing, we incorporated all the different styles of music that we loved into our style. You know, we take a little of this and a little of that, and it feels good. I think if it does not feel good, you can't deliver it.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Now, Laverne, you worked with a man whose name has come up on the stage tonight that we want to let people know who it is, and that's Ted Jarrett.
Yes.
Ted Jarrett was a songwriter who wrote, Michael told me, between the 2 CDs that they put out for the Night Train exhibition, at least 12 of the songs. What kind of man was he? What kind of figure was he in your musical world?
Ted was, to me, was a genius in his own time. He was a genius. He could really write for you if he heard you sing. And he was that type of guy. If he heard you sing, he knew what to write for you. Wow. And he wrote my brother's biggest hit back in the 50s, You Can Make It If You Try.
Gene Allison's You Can Make It If You Try, 1957.
Right,
yeah.
Right, yeah, 1957. And I traveled all over the country with him in 59.
I see.
Right after high school.
And it just speaks to this activity that went on here. In a sense, looking back, are you... the amount of we use a phrase we use at Music City Roots a lot, connecting the dots. When you see one band over there with a member who's traveled from that way, or a song that made its way from here, and it feels like tonight we're almost doing that. That backstage there's people who had made music together for years who would only know each other because of that music. A huge community. Can you just reflect on that for 1 second as we wrap up?
Not a whole lot. Music and me just connects. I like all kind of music.
Sure.
All types of country, all of it. See what I'm saying?
Well, Ann, you guys have a current record called All the Way. You've made 2 records with your sisters now in the last few years. Just before we go, anything that you have planned here coming up?
Yes, we have a new record that will be out in March, and it is being produced by Buddy Miller.
There we go.
And the record, we will be honoring our father and the Fairfield Four and the sound of that era, that we will, you know, it's be a little different.
All right.
And but we felt like we needed to give honor and go back and get some of those old songs, old gospel songs, and redo them.
Well, I'm glad I asked. We will look forward to that.
It's going to be in March.
Ann McCrary, Laverne Alisson, thank you folks for being here. How's it going over there?
Well, folks, our first ever Music City Roots collaboration with the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. What better subject to talk about but Nashville's brightest star? Now, I'm not talking about a country music artist or an R&B artist. I'm not talking about Peter Cooper. I'm talking about the Star 129 Diamond. Now, just like tonight, some things only happen once in a lifetime. The next time you have a special occasion, don't settle for ordinary. Take a look at the amazing Star 129 Diamond, guaranteed to come with the industry's highest rating for scintillation, which what we call the sparkle factor. I like that. We're at the factory, that's the sparkle factor. You've really got to see it to believe it. There happens to be one on the finger of Country Music Hall of Fame marketing director Sharon Bronner. Sharon, where are you? Sharon, hold it up high there. Let's zoom in on the camera here. Oh my goodness, you're blinding me. I can't see the copy. Look at that sparkle. Oh, yes, sir. Eddie Sharon's husband not only married well, he made a great diamond choice, too, I guarantee you. See a comparison of the Star 129 next to an ordinary diamond at select fine jewelers all across the country. Folks, it's not even a contest. You see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Exclusively here in Nashville at Diamond Outlet on Hickory Hollow Parkway, or by appointment in your very own home. Yeah, they'll come out to see you. Visit star129.com to learn more. And now, back to center stage, the one, the only, thank goodness, Peter Cooper.
Thank you, Keith Bilbrey. This is it's been an exciting night of music. I think we can agree, and it's going to stay exciting. This is a return date at Roots that we have looked forward to for a long time. This group came out to Roots several years ago on one of our guitar night shows where we show off hot guitar players because we wanted to show off the skills of the great guitarist Pat Bergeson. And there he is. Well, he blew it that night, though, because he brought along this singer, an icon of the blues in Nashville. He blew our minds that night. I actually got my head checked out by one of them concussion doctors. And I know that he will blow our minds again tonight. Please welcome Charles Wigg Walker and the Charles Walker Band.
How y'all doing? Are you ready for some soul? Somebody know me over there? Are you ready for some funk? Well, guys, let's get this party started. All right, come on, everybody. You know. Come on. Now sometimes, baby, in our quest for love, something inside gives a little nudge, as if my instincts led me back to you. Oh, I can't understand it, but I know you feel it too. I said, ooh-wee, it feels like serendipity. Ooh-wee, it's just like serendipity. See, things happen just when the time is right. Beautiful little accidents in life has renewed my faith, and life is true. Girl, from the moment I laid my eyes on you, oh, when I say, ooh, it's just like serendipity.
feel that good? I'm gonna need you to help me on this song. I know some of you might not know it, but it's easy, because you're gonna feel it. We're gonna take you back a few years too. I think this song come out back when I was about 16, give or take a year. Help me out right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. How you like it? How you like it? Yeah. Yeah. The way that woman walks, she sets my soul on fire. And the way she talks, she's my heart desire. And oh, if she should leave me, I think that I would just
Oh, ain't that a funky groove, y'all? Let me hear you singing real soft like this. Yeah, yeah. Let me hear you. Sometimes you get a little lonely. Sometimes you get a little blue. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you don't know just what to do. You reach over and you feel that pillow where your woman used to lay. And you just wake up and scream. And you wake up and scream. And you say it like this. Little Charles and the Sidewinders. We put our little touch on it. We hope you enjoy it. Now it used to be not long ago, all a woman had to do was wash and sew. No self-respecting woman had an occupation. But in the recent years, all about a change. The face is bad, situation strange. Men all crying help throughout the nation. They're crying, help somebody, help somebody, help somebody, gotta help somebody. Oh, we need, take your part in society. Surely that rainbow ends within your stepping. But if you really, really want a man, all you girls have got to understand. First of all, a man must have some helping. Help somebody, help somebody, help somebody, gotta help somebody. Oh, we need that. You must be told the truth you thought you knew was all bacon. Help somebody, somebody, help somebody, gotta help somebody. 'Cause we need it, need it, need it, need it. Help somebody, help somebody, gotta help somebody. Help somebody, somebody, gotta help somebody. Help somebody. Bring the boom, bring the boom. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Treadway on the organ. We got back here on the drums, Pete Albert. Come on, all right. a great man that fought all his life trying to bring this kind of thing together. I want you to give a big round of applause to Mr. John Sickenthal. Yeah. Help somebody. Help somebody. Reach out and touch somebody. Reach over to your next person and just grab their hands. Come on, everybody, everybody. There you go. Grab his hand or grab a hand. Come on. I want you to get up out of them seats. Get up out of them seats. Get up out of them seats. Come on, y'all. Come on. Help somebody. Help somebody. Help somebody. Help somebody. Help somebody. Help somebody.
my latest up-and-coming album. We're in the mixing and mastering process right now. And this one, we hope you enjoy this. It's called Shave the Monkey. I know how you feel. But I ain't shaved that monkey in a long time. My wife told me never to sing that song again. Into the room, they all looking. High heels, short skirts, sexy legs. She's really cooking. And when she holds me tight and let me know that I'm her man, she knows nobody else can satisfy her like I can. My baby, she's a top-down teaser. She's built top to bottom, front to back. I like 'em like that. I like 'em like that. Listen to me, y'all. Yeah, and every Friday night we go out on the town in my caddy. She just loves the finer things in life. She calls me her sugar daddy. That boy that keeps calling me and I just can't say no. Oh, and when she climbs on top like a tiger, she's just raring to go. I think I died and went to heaven on a scale of 1 to 10, she's 11. She's built top to bottom, front to back. Oh, I like 'em like that. I like 'em like that. Oh, come on. She's got a twinkle in her eye. Walks just drives me crazy. And I love when she whispers in my ear, is that all right, baby? Some people around town are saying you're just using me. I don't care what they say because I love what you're doing for me. She makes me feel good, that's all that matters. I'll tell the whole world I just got to have her. She's
She's built top to bottom, front to back. I like 'em, I like 'em, I like 'em like. She's built top, bottom, front, back. I like 'em, I like 'em, I like 'em. Everybody say. I can't hear you. I gotta go now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Charles, Wigg, Walker. Did you like it like that? Was it all right? Were you concussed? Woo! Wow. What a night. You cannot have heard this music and not have been moved, and I want to tell you a couple things. This is the Grammy-winning Night Train to Nashville Music City Rhythm and Blues album, 1945 to 1970, with a lot of the music that you've heard tonight, original recordings, and it's a Grammy winner. That's really good. I got nominated for a Grammy once, Keith.
I know you did.
I lost.
Well, that's all right. You got nominated.
That is for sale right over there with those lovely people. And then, as is this limited edition poster of Night Train to Nashville, 1945 to 1970. This commemorates the 10th anniversary of the Grammy Award-winning album and the wonderful exhibit. And if you want to see some pictures from the exhibit, there's a video feed over there once we're done here. And now, I bring back to your attention DJ Hall of Famer Keith Belbry.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Cooper. Folks, if you have membership through your work or organization, you may already enjoy the great benefits of Ascend Federal Credit Union. Great rates for auto loans, credit cards, mortgages, and more. Now, if you don't have credit union membership through your work, here's a deal for you that can help you and help you, the planet, and your pocketbook. Go to any Ascend and join the Nature Conservancy for $25. Then you join the credit union as a Nature member, and Ascend will refund the $25 into your account that day. Everybody wins. For more information about Ascend, visit them online at ascendfcu.org or call 800-342-3086. An equal housing lender, Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited. Now over to the chat room. Thanks to Griffin Technology for the phone charging station up in Sponsor Village. And here's Craig and the Griffin chat room. How about it?
All right, folks. We haven't heard from this gentleman yet, but we will in the next set. Please welcome Clifford Curry to the stage. Right here, sir. And joining him, one of the finest songwriters in Nashville, somebody who's been involved with many of these musicians, Matt Gaden. Say hey to Matt. Maybe it's a good idea to start by asking how you two know each other, what relationship you've had, if any. Now you'll need to grab his microphone if you want to take the lead on that.
All right. I first met Clifford when Rob Galbraith, DJ in Knoxville, had told us about Clifford. So he put him on a bus one day, and we had this song called She Shot a Hole in My Soul. And Buzz Cason produced it, and I wrote it. And Clifford came in the studio. The idea, first of all, let me backtrack. The idea was given to me by Chuck Neese. He came into my house one day, and he said, I heard a disc jockey on TV, on the radio, say, she put a hole in my soul. And he said, I got 25%. So anyway, by nightfall, I'd written a song, and I changed it to She Shot a Hole in My Soul. But anyway, why don't you say how we met? Tell him. How did we meet?
What are your memories of that?
Well, the last thing I remember that my friend Rob Galbraith and I used to I was living in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is my home. Yeah. And some of y'all might know it as Big Orange Country. But anyway, I would write songs, and he was a DJ, and he played in the band. He and I played in the band together, and we used to make trips to Nashville with my songs all the time. And on one particular time, on our trip down here, we ran into Buzz Cason, and we played him some of my songs that I had written, and he didn't like the song, but he loved my voice. I couldn't figure that out. But anyway, he said, well, y'all go back to Knoxville, and we'll be in touch. And Rob was a DJ at WNOX in Knoxville. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. All right. But anyway, he was on the air one night, and Buzz called him and said, is the guy you had down here with you, is he still with you? He said, yeah. I said, well, we're going to send him some songs. So they sent me a tape of about 4 songs on a tape that Buzz and Mac here had written. And so they set a session up for me at Cinderella Studios in Madison. Cinderella Studios in Madison. And what was it, the owner? Wayne Moss, yeah, my friend Wayne Moss owned the studio. And what made it so bad, Rob told me, Clifford said, man, I'm playing in the band and I'm going to school, and I can't go with you. You're going to have to catch the Greyhound bus all by yourself. So they put me on that Greyhound bus all by myself. And all the time I was by myself from Knoxville to Nashville, I was just dreaming the ways to sing She Shot a Hole in My Soul. And I said, man, Clifford, it's do or die. Don't die. Go ahead and sing. So I sang, y'all. I sang.
And the rest is history. Yeah.
Yes, I did. And the way you hear the record now, that's the way it came out. And I owe Matt Gaden here and Buzz Cason a lot of credit for giving me my start in show business, recognizing my talent as a vocalist and as a songwriter. And I owe them both all the credit, most of the credit that they've done for me and my nice. Buzz and Mac here.
Now, Mac, as Michael Gray told me earlier today, you were a teenager working at Ernie's Record Mart, just obsessed with rhythm and blues and soul music as a very young guy. What was, talk about that stage when you were just blown up with this music.
Working at Ernie's was a fantastic experience because all the artists would come in there and talk to us, and we'd go in deep, in depth into their experience, and they would tell us things they wouldn't tell anybody else, you know. We would meet all the stars that would come through town, all the R&B stars. I really gravitated towards R&B early on when I was like 13 years old. Wow. About 15, I used to go sit in with some of the groups on the street. Down on 12th Avenue, there was a few doo-wop groups that I would sit in with them, and that's how I really got started.
Earlier on, we were talking just a little bit about the time when the black and the white in Nashville began to mix and mingle and make music together. You must have been there when that was happening. What was that dynamic going on?
I used to slip into the clubs. I used to slip in New Era Club, and they would seat me in the back and take care of me. And I wasn't supposed to be in there, but I didn't tell anybody about it. I would get people to take me down there and leave me off. But it was like there was no color to me, you know. I was way beyond that at that age, you know. I didn't even think about it because of the. Go ahead.
The disc jockeys at WLAC are a part of that story. White guys playing black music. Yeah. And WLAC must have affected both of you tremendously. And I'd love to hear you guys say a word about that incredible station.
You want to talk about WLAC?
In Knoxville, Tennessee, we had clubs and things around there to play in, and I played with different bands in Knoxville when I was getting started, but on the weekends when I didn't have a gig playing with bands, I stayed at home and listened to WLAC from the time it came on till the time I fell asleep. Every night.
It was all night.
I was hooked and everything. So that's how I got to know about soul music and R&B, listening to those guys. John Richburg and John R. and Herman Grizzard, Gene Nobles, Hoss Allen. And I learned a lot from them. And like I said, a lot of people thought I was kind of funny a little bit because I didn't go out nowhere on Saturday night. But I was listening. I had my radio right under my pillow, listening to them all night long.
Did that make Nashville a place that you thought someday I'm going to get there? Like the action must be there in some way, shape, or form.
I dreamed that.
Yeah.
I dreamed that. I sure did. I dreamed that. But I used to come down to living in Knoxville. I used to come to Nashville during the summer when school was out. When I was still in high school, and I would come down and go all up and down Jefferson Street to the clubs and everything. So it was a good experience for me. A great experience.
Remarkable. Now, when they finally get the last bits of setup here, we've got some artists coming up that maybe you guys could say a word about to set them up and introduce them, because they're not going to have a chance to tell their story. Marion James is one we're about to hear. Can you just guys say a word or two about Nashville's Queen of the Blues?
She's a great singer and a great vocalist and a great lady.
Yeah.
And she's been very nice to me in my career and a big help in my career. And I wish her all the best. God bless her.
And Mac, we're going to hear from a singer you're working with named Bailey, and she'll be probably the youngest artist to sing tonight.
Yeah, she's 20 years old from Memphis. And the first time I met her, she said, I'm not here to do country. I love R&B and soul, rock and soul and stuff like that. Yeah. So we went in the studio right away after I heard her voice. And the rest it's finished now. The album's finished. She's going to sing tonight.
Excellent. Well, that's carrying the tradition on. Well, things are getting pretty serious here. We got some, there's white tuxedos, there's ladies, long, tall ladies in sparkly red dresses on stage for the radio audience. This is getting good. So let's get on to that. Let's say thanks one more time to Matt Gaden and Clifford Curry. Both of them going to make some music in this set. On with the show.
Thank you, sir. You're listening to Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHBY Bellevue, Nashville 94.5. And the tie-dyed T-shirts just out. They're over in the merch store. Get one before you leave. Once again, Peter Cooper surrounded by lovely scenery.
Keith Bilbrey, this is just a randomly placed part of the stage for me.
Sure.
I just kind of closed my eyes and got right here.
Get your pictures, put them on Facebook, make him feel good.
Yeah. Folks, are you having a good time yet? Are you doing okay? This is the fourth Music City Roots that's been held on this stage, and the first three were lousy, but I think we're really getting somewhere tonight. This has been a remarkable evening of music. The variety of voices you've already heard is about to give way to a parade of talent from this great city. Our esteemed band leader will introduce his guest singers as they come up, and this is going to be something else. He's a Music City native who has contributed to so many projects and labels over the years. His band has been a steady presence, touring throughout the U.S. and Europe. Please welcome the Jimmy Church Band. I'm just going to stay right here.
Thank you very much. Two young ladies with the Jimmy Church Band. To my left, she is Miss Black Ohio from Cincinnati. Cinnamon. And a new addition to the band, she's been with us about 5, 6, 7 months. The new Spice. On keyboards, a longtime player with Clifford Curry, Mr. Ronnie Brown, now playing with me. My son on bass, Jimmy Church Jr. My drummer, Eddie Cunningham. Guitar player, Maurice Harris. The band director, band leader, Mr. Lloyd Barry Jr. Our choreographer of the group, Mr. Sam D. Smith Jr. And on sax, Mr. John God.
So what I can say, are we excited? Are we excited? Come on. Everybody clap your hands.
All right, y'all. Hey. Hey. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Tonight's the night we're gonna make it happen. Oh yeah. Tonight we'll put all of the things aside. Woo! Spice. Giving this time to show me some affection. We're going for those pleasures in the night. I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you. I want to squeeze you, please you. I just can't get enough. And if you move real slow, I'll let it go. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I want to. We shouldn't even think about tomorrow. Why? Sweet memories will last a long, long time. Hey, we'll have a good time, baby. Don't you worry. And if we're still playing around, boy, that's just fine. Let's get excited, and we just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I want to.
Woo! 75 years old.
Ooh, boy, I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you. I want to squeeze you, please you. I just can't get enough. And if you move real slow, I'll let it go. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited, oh yeah, I just can't hide it. Oh no, I know, I want you. Look what you do to me. You got me burning up. Oh yeah. How did you get to me? I've got to give it up. Oh yeah. Look what you do to me. You got me burning up. Oh yeah. How did you get to me? I've got to give it up. Oh yeah. Look what you do to me. You got me burning up. Oh yeah. How did you get to me? I got to give it up. Oh yeah. Watch this, y'all. Hey. Now what you think about that, y'all?
How about it, y'all? Give it up, Cinnamon and Spice. Thank you. They'll be coming right back. Right now, we're going to bring on a young lady that's been in the blues field. She's going to do a thing by Earl Gaines, the late great Earl Gaines. 24 hours a day. Young man who played on that session, Johnny Jones. How many remember Johnny Jones, the late great Johnny Jones? That's his guitar right here. That's Johnny's guitar, so he's with us tonight. So what about giving Mary James a big round of applause? As she's coming, what I can say, last month we played for the Prince, William and Prince Harry, for the wedding. And they liked us so much, we're going to England in December. Y'all pray for us that we get that safe and come back. Right now, here she comes, Mary Jane.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what it is, a pleasure to see your face. I've been shut in for over a year, but I'm coming back. Like a big old tomcat, I'm gonna be there. And if you don't think I'm there, come to the musicians reunion on the 31st of next month at the Boogie Bar. Okay, let's get down. Give it to me. Hours around the clock, 24 hours, and I won't stop. 24 hours, that's what it takes to make a day. 24 hours, you better hear what I say. Love you, baby, 24 hours of the day. I don't know why I love you, don't know why I feel this way. I said I don't know why I love you, don't know why I feel this way. I think about you, baby, whoa, 24 hours of the day. For 5 o'clock, early evening, 6 o'clock, early morning, I can love you with all of my might. Squeeze you, baby, all daylight. Love you, baby, 24 hours of the day. Whoa, 24 hours around the clock, 24 hours, and I won't stop. 24 hours, you better hear what I say. 24 hours, oh, that's the thing. I love you, baby. 24 hours of the day. One more time. 24 hours. 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 Love you, baby. 24 hours of the day. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Give it to her one more time. This man James.
I don't want you to forget me. They call me the mother of all musicians, okay?
Thank you. Next young man is coming out. His brother had a big seller back in the 50s. You can make it if you try. Mr. Gene Alisson. Tonight, we got his brother carrying the torch. Mr. Levert Alisson. Let's hear it for him, y'all. Come on, make it feel good. Mr. Levert Alisson.
Thank you very much. I want to dedicate this to everybody in the building tonight. You may be going through something. And if he was here tonight, if you're going through a bad love affair, if you're just trying to make it in life, period, he would say something like this. You can make it if you try. You can make it if you try. You can make it if you try. Whoa, yeah. You can make it if you try. Sometimes you have to cry. Sometimes you have to lie. You're gonna live till you die. Whoa, yeah. You can make it if you try. If your baby treat you wrong, don't go around singing the blues. Remember, my friend, everybody can't win. Trust in God, He'll let you in. You can make it if you try. You can make it, but you got to try. You can make it if you try. Oh, yeah. You can make it if you try. Thank you.
This is Levert Alisson. Right here, my thing is, since I'm the oldest one here tonight, I'm here to bring back the old stuff, Back in 1953, there was a group in prison at the Tennessee State Prison called the Prisonaires. Anybody remember the Prisonaires? Johnny Bragg was was the leader, and they wrote this song. Him and Bob Riley wrote this song. Fellas, I want y'all come on out. We're gonna put everything down here. We're gonna go back to the old way. And we're gonna do some harmony here. Come on out here, fella, grab these mics. And we're gonna sing Walking in the Rain. This is the way they did it back in the day. So I'm sorry. Oh, that's right, I'm next, you next, right, okay. Okay, I just wanna make sure I wasn't coming before nobody, okay. All right, fellas, y'all get your mics there? Here's one over here. Get a bit together over here? Okay, all right. Mr. Maurice Harris, are you ready? Go ahead. Just walking in the rain, getting soaking wet, tortured in my heart, but trying to forget. Just walking in the rain, so alone and blue, all because my heart still remembers you. People come to windows and they always stare at me, shaking their heads in sorrow, saying, who can that fool be, just walking in the rain, thinking how we met, knowing things have changed. Somehow I can't forget. you. We'll take you back, y'all. 1953. Thank you. That's where they did it. The Prisoners. Come on, let's hear from the Prisoners. Johnny Ray covered that song, but the Prisoners the one that produced it. Right now we got a young lady. She's coming all the way up from Mississippi, right? Mississippi?
Louisiana.
Louisiana, that's even farther. She wrote a couple of songs on their album of a Night Train in Nashville back in the day. She's one of the writers. She comes up from there to Nashville tonight to show you what she's doing and what she's done.
Thank you so much, Jimmy Church. Hello, everybody. It's so great to be here on this wonderful show. And thank you. We just came in today and met this great band. And what a show this has been tonight, hasn't it? Oh, wow. This is great. I am so honored to be here with all this wonderful talent and all the people in Nashville. I actually came from Shreveport, Louisiana today, which I live there now. I lived in Nashville back in the 60s and 70s. And we recorded, I have 2 songs in the Night Train to Memphis CD, which I'm very proud of. And I just am so honored that they invited me to come up and share in this event. We come from the Louisiana Hayride. Do y'all remember that great show where these great gentlemen that were here, I think you've met them, DJ Fontana and Scotty Moore. They were on the Hayride, you know, with Elvis, and they were actually the beginning of rock and roll and rhythm and blues. And it began on the Hayride with them. And I was on the show, and the people that I worked with, my dear friends forever, we were all from the Louisiana Hayride and came to Nashville when that show ended. And Jerry Kennedy, a great guitar player and producer, was the arranger on these 2 records. And Shelby Singleton was the producer. And I was the songwriter along with co-writer Myra Smith. And we all worked together when we came to Nashville, cutting records. And these 2 songs that we have in the album are Reconsider Me by the great Johnny Adams, and then Soul Shake, that was by Peggy Scott and JoJo Benson. And those songs have been recorded so many times. I'm so proud of them. And tonight we're going to try to sing out a little bit of rock and roll on Soul Shake. You ready, guys? baby, like you do. When you go like that, I nearly flip my mind. Do it, baby, it's fine, so fine. Dancing with your baby really turn the soul shake on. Oh yeah.
Let's hear it for Maggie. Come all the way from, come on y'all, she come all the way from Shreveport just to do this. Come on, let's hear it for Maggie. Come all the way from Shreveport, y'all can do better than that. Maggie, just for you all. Right now we got from the mature to the starting out. This young lady we want to bring out now. Produced Mr. Mac Gaden, who has Miss Bailey. Y'all give Miss Bailey a big round of applause. She has two backup singers. Those that don't know who Mac Gaden is, Mac Gaden got put his guitar on back there. Mac, he wrote this song back in the day off the album. He wrote She Shot a Hold of My Soul, Clifford Curry. He also wrote Everlasting Love, Mr. Robert Knight from right here in Franklin. Let's hear from Mr. Mac Gaden. Bailey, you got it, baby.
I just want to say thank you so much for having me tonight. Mac, he produced the album that I just did that the Fabulettes did. They did this song on their On the Night Train to Nashville CD. I've had the privilege of working with these guys, working with Mac, and I'm just honored to be up here tonight with the legends of R&B that have influenced my journey. So I hope y'all are having as much fun as we are. Let's hit it.
And I'm looking back, and you know I feel the pain. Ooh, and I might cry, 'cause I just can't set it straight. Ooh, sad girl and I, somehow we've lost the flame. I know it won't be long till he leaves me here alone. Ooh, as soon as he can find some other girl to string along. And I'm screaming, shouting, tell me why, baby, begging, pleading, tell me why, baby, screaming, shout, begging, pleading. I gotta find some strength inside, so I can see him eye to eye. Oh yeah. I should give up before he says these words to me. Goodbye, my friend, I hope that friends will always be. Sometimes the darkest hour means that there's light ahead. Maybe his love for me is not completely dead. And I'm screaming, shouting, tell me why, baby, begging, pleading, tell me why, baby,
So Mac, such a talented young man. Another artist you probably remember, if you're old enough, and some of you even young enough. This young man, very close friend of mine for many, many years. Let's say for she shot a hole in my soul, Mr. Clifford Curry.
Let's hear it for the Jimmy Church Band, everybody. Come on. Come on, huh? How's that? Y'all having a good time? Huh? You don't have no hole in your soul tonight, do you? Come on. Come on. Oh. Some pity me, even start to cry. One man said he hit me, but I think the man said goodbye. But I've got to keep on trying, Lord, now. Going crazy about to lose my mind. I've got to keep on trying, yeah. I'm going crazy about to lose my mind now. My heart says, without a love you're dying. Baby, 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 can't you hear me crying? I cry, whoa, let me hear y'all say it. Oh yeah, hit me y'all. Help me somebody. Walked into a club, jumped up and grabbed the microphone. I asked my friend Jimmy Church to let me sing my song. My heart says, without a love you're dying. Baby, 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 can't you hear me crying? I got, oh. She shot a hole in my soul. Going crazy, about to lose my mind. She shot a hole in my soul, yeah. Bring it down, y'all. Are we having fun tonight, y'all? We're having fun like you said we are. Then put your hand together for me. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. But you know what? If we was at the Grand Ole Opry on a Saturday night, you know how they would do it up there? They would do it. But we here tonight, y'all, and we're on Soul Train. Ain't that right? Now, I want y'all to repeat after me. I want y'all to repeat after me. You feel like singing tonight? Huh? Huh? Okay. She shot a hole in my soul. Look at, hold it. Now I know we got some Baptists in here tonight now. And you know them Baptists sing loud. Ain't no whisper. So I want all y'all to get together and let me know, all you Baptists and others than Baptists. Help me sing this song. Come on, say, she shot a hole in my, say it loud. She shot a hole in my soul. That's what I'm talking about. She shot a hole in my soul. One more time. She shot a hole in my soul. Sounding good, y'all. She shot a hole in my soul, yeah. She shot a hole in my soul. Ooh, baby, now. She shot a hole in my soul, yeah. Come on, sing. She shot a hole. Let's go home, y'all. Ow! She shot a hole in my soul, yeah. Going crazy, about to lose my mind. She shot a hole in my soul, yeah. Thank you very much.
Come on, y'all. Mr. Clifford Curry came down from Nashville, Tennessee. Mr. Clifford Curry. Come on. Yeah. Break it down. Those that don't know, Clifford is the reason why I'm in Nashville today. I took his spot with a band called Bubba Suggs Band, and he was a vocalist. He got that deal. I came in from LA, and I started singing with that band. I've been here ever since. So we got a connection. One more time for Mr. Clifford Curry. All because of Mac Gaten back there, write these songs, these hits. Now, Franklin's own, multi-million seller. So many people recorded, but he is right here now. Are y'all ready for him? Mr. Robert Knight. Come on, y'all, let's hear it. Stand up, everybody. The original, he's the original. The original. Mr. Robert Knight. Mr. Robert Knight.
Hearts go astray, leaving her when they go. I went away just when you needed me so. Filled with regret, I come back begging you. Forgive, forget, where's the love we were? Open up now, can you realize? Hear us everybody, everlasting love. Need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You never be denied, everlasting love. When all the loves are gone, I will still be strong. We have our very own everlasting love.
Come on, don't give up now. Come on. He's still here with us. Make him feel good. Come on.
Where the life river flows, no one really knows. Just someone got to show the way the lasting love, like the sunshine in the sleeping shine. You always will be mine. It's eternal love. When all the loves are gone, I always will be strong. We have our very own everlasting love. Leave the love to last forever. Leave the love to last forever. I got you know the song. Open up your eyes, then you realize he must everybody everlasting love. Need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You never be denied, everlasting love. Open up your eyes, then you realize he must everybody everlasting love. Leave the love to last forever. Leave the love to last forever.
Mr. Robert Knight. Mr. Robert Knight. Franklin on. Franklin, Tennessee's on.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Robert Knight.
All you people out there used to jam on everlasting love, did you? Are you gonna thank me? Start not doing. Didn't like it at first, but it got hold to me. Thinking about all the love. I got grandkids, whole lot of children. I'm tired of making love. That's why I said it lasts forever. Open open up your eyes, then you realize here I stand with my everlasting love. Need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You'll never be denied, everlasting love.
Mr. Robert Knight, come on, come on.
Yeah.
You're seeing history. Original. Nothing like the original. The original. Mr. Robert Knight, Franklin owned. Mr. Robert Knight. Mr. Robert Knight. This is history, y'all. Break it down, Eddie. I'm getting a little filled up here because we never know when we're leaving here. But tonight, you saw the original. So many people have recorded that song, but you are here to see the original. One more time, Mr. Robert Knight. We're gonna bring everybody back out. We're gonna do a song that a good friend of mine used to play with us back in the day. Mr. Bobby Hebb. I remember Mr. Bobby Hebb. What's the name of the song? What's the name of the song? Everybody need to come back. You can't get them back.
Oh, yeah.
You the man.
But before we do like a fun song that everybody's been waiting all night to hear, Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Well, all right, and I'll toss it over to Craig. How about that lineup tonight?
Well, then I get to be the one to say thank you to all these amazing artists. We've had such a special time. I think it's been an okay evening. Boy, Clifford Curry, Robert Knight, Maggie Lewis, Lavert Allison, Mary and James, Jimmy Church, Charles Wigg Walker, the Fairfield Four, the McCrary Sisters, and Frank Howard and the Valentines. We're going to bring them back all up here and sing one final song. Thank you for sticking with us on an epic marathon show. One of the best we've ever had. Made some amazing memories. Thank you so much to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum for their cooperation and their co-production tonight. You guys were amazing, and we couldn't have done it without you. I want to say a special thank you and acknowledge something that on our crew, we have the wonderful Lori Gregory. This show is her idea.
Yeah.
We got her over from the Country Music Hall of Fame. She did great work over there for many years. Saw what kind of amazing, she did all the events for Night Train when it happened over there. And she thought, man, there's a 10th anniversary coming up. She gave us the idea, and then she made it happen. So we really appreciate that. Next week we get into the amazing month of August as the summer rolls on, and we have a Blackstone lineup that is what we usually do, wonderful and diverse. We have bluegrass and old time from the top fiddler in bluegrass music, Michael Cleveland and Flamekeeper. We have new music from young Michaela Ann. We have one of the finest songwriters in Nashville history, David Olney, is coming back to show us his new music before he takes his part in the Shakespeare in the Park this summer. And a wonderful friend, one of the finest artists and songwriters, singers we have ever had on our stage, Susan Werner, returns to Music City Roots.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale now. Get them at musiccityroots.com. And I think it's time for a Nashville jam. Keith Bilbrey.
Well, all right. Well, the new name for our final segment is very simply and appropriately the Nashville Jam. We hope you've had a chance to try some of the awesome flavors from the Nashville Jam Company. Gary and Courtney Barron started making these gourmet jams and jellies from the abundance of their own garden as gifts from families and friends. It was so good that they started selling a few jars for fun at festivals and farmers market. And now, even though it's in stores from New York to Texas, it's still made that same loving care. Handmade, all-natural gourmet jams and jellies from traditional fruit flavors to wild tastes like strawberry habanero and garlic and Vidalia onion. It really is good, trust me on that. Served proudly in the award-winning Sapphire Restaurant, the Omni Hotel downtown, and on biscuits here at Music City Roots. We're proud to introduce you to Nashville Jams and to give them even more reason to say our jam rocks. And speaking of jams that rock, let's have one now, shall we? Peter, take it away.
Hey, you know what, Keith Bilbrey?
What?
I'm not going to take it away.
You got to.
I'm giving it to Jimmy Church.
All right.
Come on, y'all. In the memory of Mr. Bobby Hale, who wrote this song for right in Nashville. Come on, everybody up. Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, smile at me and really, really ease the pain. The dark days are done, the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. You gave to me your all in all, and now I stand 10 feet tall. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the truth you let me see. Sunny, thank you for the facts from A to Z. My life was torn like wind blowing sand. A rock was formed with we held hands. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the smile upon your face. Sunny, thank you for the gleam that flows with grace. You're my spark of nature's fire. You're my sweet, complete desire. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, oh, my life was filled with rain. Sunny, smile at me and really ease the pain. Now the dark days are done, the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you. I love you. I think some of Bobby Hale's relatives are in the house. Bobby Hale's relatives are in the house. There's Helen. There's Helen, y'all, the sister of Bobby Hale, right here in front. Y'all give it up. That's the sister of Bobby Hale. That's Helen Hale right there. All right, in the boat, sisters, cousins, where are they? Come on, y'all, come on, come on. Where are they? Come on, here they come. Come on down here. Here's another slicker and the Earl. Come on, baby. This is Bobby Hale's sisters, y'all. Come on. Be back. Come on, y'all. All y'all come on out here. Let's hear from I love you. Come on. Come on. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Y'all give it up for the Hales, y'all. Come on, baby, give me some. Are y'all happy? Are y'all happy? Give it to me.
It might sound crazy what I'm about to say.
Come on, y'all, we'll be enjoying yourselves.
Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. Hey! In the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Listen, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a room. Hey! Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you and this and that. Yeah, give me all you got, don't hold back. Yeah, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, no offense to you, don't waste your time. Hey, hey, here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Come on, y'all, clap. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want. Come on, clap, y'all. Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me down. Come on, y'all, I wanna see y'all. Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me 1, 2, 'cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Hey, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel that's what you want. We gonna do it one more time, y'all. Clap with me. Bring me down, can't nut. Come on, clap on her. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me down. What? Bring me down, can't nut. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't nut. Are y'all happy? Bring me 1, 2. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Hey, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do.
Bring it down, Eddie. Hope everybody enjoyed this. I want to leave y'all happy. Are y'all happy? Thank you for so all of the acts here tonight. Look here. Everybody raise your hands. Look at all these acts here. Look at that. Are y'all happy up here? Are y'all happy out there? We're gonna do it just a little bit one more time. Are y'all happy? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 'Cause I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. I wanna hear y'all out there. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do.
Thank you. Thank God. God bless you.
Oh, what a night! A great big thanks to Everett and all the gang at Sound Image for working extra hard to get the live sound installed here at the factory. They're the best in the business. Find them online at sound-image.com. Some of our artists and guests will enjoy a good night's sleep tonight at the beautiful Magnuson Hotel in Cool Springs. A great choice for your next trip to Music City. Visit MagnusonHotels.com. Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Executive producers John Walker and Todd Mayo would like to thank Laurie Gregory for the extra work and passion she put into curating the show. Thanks to everyone at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum for working with us to make this dream a reality. And it has been a dream. Of course, a big thanks to all our friends at Hippie Radio. Don't forget to join me for the Roots Radio Hour tomorrow night and every weekday at 7 p.m. where we'll explore the roots of Americana and rock for hippies of all ages. Hippie Radio, 94.5 on your FM dial. We're glad you joined us this week for Music City Roots, live from the factory. I'm Keith Bilbrey. from the edge of Music City, good night.